Just going to show you some tips on how to fix a slow wiper. This is a 2006 Audi A4. Just some of the stuff. Obviously you're going to have to take off the wipers first. That's like a 5/8. Them bolts, this plastic thing will come off after that. You're going to need to take off this plastic thing here. It's covering like the fuse box. There's like T30 screws. There's a few of them. Some of mine are missing, so somebody else has been in here. There's another one down here, another one down here that just pops right off. You'll see a different video for that. Another thing too, I made this video in segments, so it's going to be kind of choppy, but once you take this off, you know, you'll see your linkage under here, and the same thing on the other side. When you're running the wipers, one way you'll know if it's probably just needs to be greased is if you touch this side, it's like really hot. After running them for like 2 or 3 minutes, you almost can't even touch the linkage over there. And this side's like cool, nothing even, you know, you don't feel any heat at all. So that's how I knew, like other people said online, it's usually the driver's side needs to be lubed up, lubricated. So that's why I do that first before you try to replace other stuff. This wiper arms off. Obviously you gotta take this bolt out, these nuts out. I got them in the up position, and I had this under here. Like this, and I wedged it up without hitting the windshield. This one here, I like hit it here. I was hitting it here and then pulling it up, hitting it here and then pulling it up. Just keep doing it hard until you get it loose, and then you can take it off. But then remember, you got to put the wipers motor back down to get that whole mechanism out. After you take this pops right off. Okay. There's a 9 or 10 millimeter bolt here you gotta take out. Here, I already took it out. And over here, I already took it out because I already did the repair on this. I'm just putting it back in now. This has to be moved out of the way. Flip it up out of the way. And there's the black cover that goes over it. T30 hex screws. You gotta take that out of the way. Okay. Now, I did have a hard time getting this out of here. Fought with it for an hour. And I told the wife, you tell me how you get this out. And she says, if you turn the motor on and make this go to this side, you can get it right out. So this is like, I had it the other way. I wasn't smart enough to turn the motor to like the off position. This bar was to the left. This was more straightened out. And then it pops right out. If you don't have them like that, it's going to hit everything. You're going to want to break stuff. You know, and then you just pop these clips. When you pull this out, the little clip, you know, don't break this with a screwdriver. Just push this little clip down. You know, you got to squeeze it pretty dang hard, and this will pull off. We're here. Not the hard part. It's easy, but here it is. Okay, this is the driver's side. It was getting hot as hell. So what I did was, there's a C clip right there. I had a little hammer on it. Just a little screwdriver, pop that out. Then you get a bigger screwdriver, because you have to get this, sorry for my bad camera work, this little ball joint. Get your screwdriver behind here and just wedge it, and it'll come apart. So now you're like this. This thing was in here, I'm sorry. This slides right out. Tap it right out. And believe me when I tell you, before I took this out, I could not even turn this. It was bone dry. Couldn't even turn it. Just WD-40 alone I did to clean it, but then I had some grease that's been sitting in my garage for freaking 20 years. Tiny bit in there. Greased it all up. Guarantee it's gonna work. I'll put that back together.
But the main part, which I didn't know, that's why I'm making this video, is you got to pop the C-clip on the top. I did put a nut on top of this at first and was hitting it with the hammer. You might not have to, but you do got to pop off this little arm. And I'm going to reassemble and see if it works.